Hello, YouTube. This is Jay Coder back with another stream, and today we're going to be going over Studio Bot. It's the new AI bot in Android Studio, and let's see some of the things that it can do. Please subscribe to this channel. And so, what you need to do is you need to have Android Studio Iguana for this in order to follow along on your own Android Studio. So I'm gonna go ahead and post the required download. It's Android Studio Iguana Canary version that you will need to download in order to be able to test this new tool. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the chat really quick, and also I'll have that in the description for the video. Let me go ahead and mute the music here. Now I'm going to go ahead and post that link to the chat, and that's the Iguana Canary version that you'll need to download. And then, alright, you all can see my Android Studio screen here. So let me go ahead and show you how to open the Studio Bot. So right now in the Android Studio, you will need to go to the View menu, then Tool Windows, and then in order to open the bot, you're going to go to the Studio Bot off of the Tools window under the View, and so you would hit that, and of course mine is already open. And then an additional thing to that, you'll need to sign in with your Google ID in order for it to populate. And alright, so you see it here. I already asked it a question. Can you tell me what main activity.kt does? And it says the main activity of the birthday card app, it displays the birthday message and image. So it's pretty much saying a really basic description of what this code is doing. Alright, so let's see what kinds of things do I can ask it. Like, let's see. So what if I ask it this? How do I add camera support to my app? Let me go ahead and ask it that. And so it tells us to add camera support to your app. You can use the Camera X Jetpack library. Camera X is a high-level API that makes it easy to add camera functionality to your app. It provides a consistent, high-level API designed around common use cases. Still looks like it's still populating. And then the Camera X resolves device capability issues for you so that you don't have to add device specific code to your app. To use Camera X, you first need to add the Camera X dependency to your app's build Gradle file. So it gives you instructions. You need to add this to your Gradle file, and then once you have added the Camera X dependency, you can start using it in your app to take a picture. You can use the following code. This code will take a picture and save it to a file. The file will be located in the external storage directory in the picture folder. The picture will also be displayed in the image view. For more information on how to use Camera X, please see the Camera X documentation. And one curious thing I want to see, can you add these code suggestions to the so let's see if it can add this to the project for us. So let's go ahead and submit that. Sure, I can. It says, sure, I can help you add the code suggestions to the project. Here are the steps. Open the project in Android Studio, click the code menu and select Add. Select Add Snippet in the search. So select the code suggestion and click on Add. Okay. So open the project in Android Studio, click on the code menu, and select Add. So select code snippet in the search field. So open the project and then click code and then click code snippet. Oh. Okay, I think it is pretty much talking about something else here. It's not really understanding exactly what I said there. Can you add these code suggestions to the project for me? I don't think it understood that, but anyway, let's go on. So let's see what else can we ask it here. So let's ask. I'm gonna go ahead and put this. I want to create a room database. So all right. So it pretty much structures out the code and the steps that you need to take to implement a room database. So I want to create a room database and it structures out what you need to do. At this point, I do not think it will put it in the project for us, but it does give us a step-by-step instruction on how to implement the particular technology that you're asking about. All right. So that's pretty nice. And so let's say you want to get the user's location. So in the application and you don't know how to implement that, you could say, what's the best way to get the location on Android? There are a few different ways to get location, but the best ways for your app will depend on your specific needs. Use the fused location provider. So it breaks down the different ways you can get the location. In case you didn't know the different ways, you can be able to look into these different technologies. Once you consider the factors, you can choose the best way to get location on Android for your app. So I choose to use the location. Locate. Let's just go ahead and copy that. So I choose to use the location manager the way. And let's see what it says. Sure, here are the steps to get location using the location manager. And so, all right, so number one, in your Android app, create a new instance of location manager class. Then, so it gives you the step-by-step instructions on what you need to do in order to fulfill that. Here's an example of how to get location on Android using the location manager. It does have a code snippet blocked here, which is a little bit strange, but the actual the actual version of the bot is still in like a preview development mode. So yeah, they're working out any kinks, but this is quite useful, but not perfect yet. But I would say it's pretty useful. All right, to at least get you started with what you want to get accomplished. So let's see what else do we want to. What I can ask it. I can ask it something like, where do I find the CPU profiler? And let's see. So the CPU profiler is located in the Android Studio Profiler window. To open the Profiler window, click Profiler tab in the toolbar. Once the Profiler window is open, you can click on the CPU tab to view the CPU profiler. The CPU profiler will show you a timeline of CPU usage of your app. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool. It does tell you exactly where in the menu to access it. Let's see if it will tell us how to access itself. Where can I locate the studio bot in the menu? StudioBot is powered by Cody, Google's foundation model for coding. So, it didn't understand what I said. Let me see if I can be more specific. So that's interesting. The Google has a code model called Cody, and it's powered by Cody. So I wonder how good of a coder is Cody. Hopefully he's good. Where can I locate the studio bot in the Android Studio menu? Oops, I had the menu twice. Hopefully that doesn't confuse it. Alright, so I asked it more specifically, and it said Studio Bot is available in the Android Studio menu bar. To open the Studio Bot, click on View, Menu, and select Tool Windows, and then Studio Bot. So you can ask it You have to be very specific, but you can ask it, where to find different things in Android Studio, and it will tell you the path to it. And so that's pretty convenient. It will save a Google search right there. Uh, let's see. Just curious, is Studio Bot able to add any code to the project for me? Any code. Let's just say, is Studio Bot able to add any code to my project? No, your code is okay. All right. It's all right. So okay, it says Studio Bot can add. Uh, Studio Bot can add code to your project, but it is important to note that the Studio Bot is still in preview, and its responses may sometimes be inaccurate or misleading. You should always double click Studio Bot's response and carefully test and review code for errors, bugs, and vulnerabilities. Studio Bot can add code to your project in a few ways. You can ask Studio Bot to generate code for you, or you can ask Studio Bot to insert code into your project. To generate code, you can use the generate code command in the Studio Bot chat window. Studio Bot will ask you a few questions about the code you want to generate, and then it will generate the code. You can use generate code command, okay? To insert code into your project, you can use the insert code command in the Studio Bot chat window. Studio Bot will ask you where you want to insert the code, and then it will insert the code for you. Once Studio Bot has added the code to your project, you should always double click the code and make sure that it is correct. You should also test the code to make sure that it works as expected. So be clear and concise when you ask Studio Bot to generate code. Provide as much information as possible about the code. Double click Studio Bot's responses. Said that. Use the Studio Bot's suggestion as a starting point, but don't be afraid to modify the code to meet your specific needs. So it says that we can ask it to generate code. So use the generate code command. Generate code. Can you generate a composable that is a material? Well, how about I just say that is a card that contains test the test user info such as name, Harry, telephone is 555 and website www.harrysite.com. All right, let's see. Generate code. Generate code. Can you generate a composable? Let me go ahead and see if this works. So I'm trying to give it that command that I was talking about. Generate code. A composable that is a card that contains the test user info such as name Harry, telephone 5555555, website harrysite.com. Let's see if it can do that. This composable will display a card with the test user info in the following format. So let me go ahead and take this code, or actually, okay. So they do have buttons down here, which I didn't know about, where you can copy, insert at cursor, insert in Kotlin file, explore in playground. So I'm going to hit this button, insert in, well, actually, I want to insert it in my main. So says insert at cursor. Boom. So it inserted at cursor. Alright. So we do need some. Go ahead and sync our thing. Sync now. So, alright, I'm going to see if we can go ahead and test this. So, we made this new composable test user info card. I'm going to copy that. And we're going to go ahead, instead of calling our greeting composable, I'm going to call the composable that they just made for me, which is the test info card, which, let's see now. Okay, sure is a composable. This composable will display that. So, switch. I wonder if it can say what dependencies do I need for the code generated above. So I wonder if it will tell me that. To use the composable that you generated, you will need to add the following dependencies. So alright, so I can have this button, press this button say add dependencies to project. Let me go ahead and press that button. So that button says add dependencies to project, analyzing dependencies capability. It's loading at the moment. Alright, so downloading. Now, did it update the Gradle file for me? Alright, so alright, so I'm hoping it added the necessary dependencies here. The Android X.compose. Alright, so let me see here. So, create function card. For dot dp okay, so name, telephone, yeah, it's still making me pass in the information, which I kind of wanted it to hard code it in there for me, but Harry, then the telephone is this. Then the website is this. And so I want to go ahead and make that a string. Those things a string. Information. Any reference. And dot. Oh. To make the heading large. Body large. Body medium. And DP for the okay. Then elevation would equal I wonder if if it can help me debug. I am getting an error with this line. Elevation equals 4dp. The error you are getting is because you are trying to use the elevation property of the car composable without first importing the DP unit. The DP unit is a unit of measurement. Okay, so however it's being used there, so obviously it's imported. So once you have imported the DP unit, you can use the elevation property. So let me see. So when I run it, all right, can automatically, okay. Okay. So yeah, so I'm running it. It's not perfect. You still have to do some, of course, some debugging on the code and everything, but it's a pretty good tool to help you get started with the concept that you want to flow towards. And so yeah. Let me see something. It's kind of going a bit slow here. And so yeah, you can tell it things like insert comments into the code and give give me the main activity.kt file for an app with a login screen. So you can have it implement that, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and um, cut the video from, or actually I'm done now because it's really loading a lot. So, but I encourage you guys to play with the spot on your own and everything. And like some of the different things that I'm looking at right now, let me go ahead and change my screen real quick to the let's see, it's the it's this window, and yeah, so this is the page where you can look at more about the studio bot, and I'll post this link in the description as well. And so here, it's saying the different things that you can ask it, like, um, you know, being specific, saying how do I add camera support to my app using Camera X, and then insert comments into this video. Use double slashes with the comments, and put each comment above the line of code it describes, and then this one says, you can make a new main.kt with login screen, and you can add a class that represents a user profile. You can add code that supports multiple user profiles. Then, of course, you'll have to debug the code. But, all right. Well, that's actually going to be it for today. I thank you all for watching, and I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay coding. All right. Peace.